Hello guys, I decided to make another video today because I am bored. And last episode we ended off with a pretty huge L for the Western powers as Poland is now Soviet. So, oh wait, let me just change my sensitivity. So, oh yeah, if you like and subscribe, comment in the comment section, and well, your Roblox username, and I will give you money, Robux. Well, you have a chance. You have to have your public subscribers on so I can see first, and then after that, put your username in the comments. I will heart it, and eventually I will pin whoever wins. Or I will just say in the comments it's over. So yeah, do that. And first war, I mean, first thing that's gonna be happening is the annexation of Turkmenistan. Um, they were a young country, only appeared last episode, but they were under Soviet rule, so it doesn't really matter. Next thing, the Swedish Norwegian um, Union, uh, they go into a civil war, and Sweden wants to leave it. So, um, some parts are pro-Swedish, some are not. Let me just fill this in. Sweden declares independence, and the first, I guess, Scandinavian war begins. Norway begins by defending the capital with basically the entire army. Denmark connects fronts, and some minor things happen here and there in the north. But they do manage to counterattack that, continuing that little northern thing. But they do eventually come to peace, and Sweden gets partial recognition in the Union. So basically, what I did here, they like, I don't know, they do one of these. Now Sweden is happy again. So basically what happens is now they get more say, and now they're more independent. Kind of like what Britain did to like Egypt, the British Raj, and South Africa and Canada. They got to like do some things. Not it wasn't like direct rule, like for example to Malta or from one of those smaller colonies. So yeah. Next thing that is going to be happening is going to be in South America. This time, Brazil decides to pick on Bolivia, and the Bolivians they weren't prepared. They move in from the west and east, and from the north, creating one huge front line. This would come from the south, encircling a lot of troops, and they move through the Bolivian. I don't know what's there. I'm pretty sure it's mountains here. Mountains. They move through, and they just really want to get to the other side of the world, I guess. They want the Pacific, and with that, Bolivia surrenders over to Brazil. Peace treaty. Um, Brazil gets a good portion of Bolivia, and they decide to just annex half the country, leave the other bit to rot. And now Bolivia's like, bro, dude, you could have at least like made us like your puppet, but I mean, I guess we're still alive. But their economy tanks, bro, and you know, the country ain't gonna last like that. So they unite with I forget what this La Plata, or basically just Argentina, but buffer, and yeah. Next thing, Niger has done nothing. Let's keep it that way for now. But Senegal decides to join South Senegal. These guys in the north decided to join Mauritania as their economies aren't doing so well after the war. Now for another Soviet skirmish. This time it's gotta be from the Soviets and the Ottomans. I should make this my thumbnail. Okay, here we go. And now to begin the war. First, troops that just invaded Turkmenistan is still there, so that it's a pretty easy like push because they don't need to really move all the troops. So it's a pretty big dub because like upkeep. So Ottomans are faring pretty well in the Iranian, I don't know, the Iranian coast, plundering all of that oil. Turkish troops move up the coast and capture Odessa, while Polish troops that were just here, Russian troops that were just here from Poland, from last episode, watch it, set to move through, and the Donbass is secured. Ukraine decides to just like ask for help, and Romania joins the war in aid. But that was kind of dumb because like now you can connect. So now Ottomans are just like, yo, bet. The Romanians try to get as much as their land back before suing for peace, which is what they do. And they annex some of Ukrainian territory with it. So like that was an L. But they do lose this part of land. The Ukrainians just wanted their people to be safe. So now when they have the chance and there's a neutral country, they could move some of its people to Romania. Ukraine is devastated though on the front line as they keep pushing through, but they do make they go through Romanian troops that are still, Ukrainian troops that are still in Romania move across to connect their front line. Ukraine manages to hold itself together with the Polish supplies because, if you just got wrecked, you gotta try your best to make others not get wrecked. Ukraine is not doing very well, so they sue for peace. But luckily they didn't die, so they should be okay, I think. All occupied lands that they had just are given to the enemy. So for Crimea, that is now Turkish. And basically, whatever this is, Donbass and more, are also Russian now. was it? I forget what's called. Iron something. Oh, Iron Curtain. Iron Curtain. They they set across the planet, and now the U.S. is quite scared, but like they do not take action. Right now, the U.S. is making new vegetable peelers and drop shipping. So, um, the Iranian coast is actually plundered to like I don't know. They're not gonna recover from this. Kabul is captured or somewhere there. I don't know. Let's just say it got captured. I forget. And Iran is basically screwed as they are cornered on basically every side. So they seek for peace, and this is not so fun. Full annexation. Um, the the Soviets did some of the work, so they gotta get like the coast of this because that's all they really wanted by this disgusting straight line. So that's not gonna be so fun for like the U.S. and like Germany, France, Italy, Yugoslavia, Romania. Well, Romania, they kind of the Ukrainians. They're still a little bit like, dude, you helped us with troop wise, but you opened everything up for us. Now we're dead. So, um, now for the um uh Portugal and Spain unite to create the Ionian uh Union, and the U.S. should probably do something. You know, you've been sitting there. So what do? Unite with Canada, of course. So the U.S. um seeing that they're getting wrecked, need to look strong, and Canada. You. I know it's pretty cliche, but like it's fine. It's fine. Trust. Don't trust. Um, but overall, I do see the Canadians doing this in this little universe of mine. Like you kind of want protection from the Soviets, although they're like one full Alaska away from you. That's still pretty scary, bro. Like Alaska, no one lives there. You gotta be honest with me. No one lives there. So if they get to Alaska, that's on their land. So yeah, Great Britain is still holding together with Scotland, and um, Germany. What's that? What? What do you mean? A socialist rebellion begins in some parts of Germany, like the Serbian and Hungarian section. Um, they they declare independence and are being funded by I wonder who. Like seriously, I wonder who. Maybe the one communist in this entire world. I don't know. But an Italian and a Soviet Italy also pops up in the Soviet Venice and connects with the Hungarian forces. The German army has not mobilized yet, so they aren't doing very well. They can't invade. They can't make revolutions in the Dutch area because they do not have a say here. Poland, they have a little bit of a say because they're government, but right now the parliament's like half-half. So like every few years they're switching. So that's why they gave aid to Ukraine. But now they're like Soviet like rebellions happen. Also, I had no idea this was here. Why is this here? There we go. Now for the Great Berlin Revolution, and it goes out through basically the entire like populated region around Berlin, and it is spreading like a wildfire. And Germany's like, okay, I changed my mind. I do not got this. And the Soviets push along into Germany. And so the French joined the war in order to save their best bud, new bud, Germany. Because they used to like destroy France in this scenario. And gains are made along the front, noticeably in the Battle of Berlin. Um, those guys are still holding out, so you have to wait for them. And they move through the German mainland, and this isn't looking really good. This kind of looks like an Iron Curtain, so like it kind of looks like an Iron Curtain. Only move back a bit. So, like I said, this isn't looking very good. But Berlin falls, and the new German government is made because they had to change their capital to Bonn. Venice is saved in the Hungarian Revolution, where it all started, surrenders. Yay! Now Europe is saved. Because if they got a hold of Germany, that would have been horrible for them. Now for socialist revolutions in Yugoslavia. Although the Turks, they aren't socialist, they aren't very like, well, how do I explain it? The Turks aren't socialist and nationalist, but they're pro-Russian, so the government surrenders. Yugoslavia is split into Ilia and in the Soviet state of Yugoslavia. Now bad boy Russia, they gotta be doing some evil stuff. For example, like invading Finland. They move into the southern area of Finland, but I mean, it doesn't really go well, so they ask their pal up, a shocking alliance with the Soviets shatter, I guess, the world's eyes of Scandinavia as they joined the war to attack Finland on the Soviet side. They take the Lapland area, just like the Germans did. And the Russians, they land in Helsinki, capturing the city. And Finland surrenders. A shocking alliance, if you ask me, because no one would be expecting that someone would attack their own Finnish foes. I mean, own blood. So, um, Finland becomes one with the Swedish um, state thing, and yeah. Now an Iron Curtain really develops across all of Europe. Pakistan also has great communist uh, looks, I guess. I don't know. Right, let's see the Iron Curtain so far. So, a good portion of Asia. now Canada really has a good reason for joining uniting with America. Japan on those islands in my timeline. So it's quite scary if you think about it, cause like you know, if you're a German, you do not want to see these front lines. The last thing you want is France to have a communist revolution and the government loses, because then you gotta be surrounded. But you got Switzerland and a very weak Italy, but it's a-okay. Anyways, Serbia. How could you have lost this war, and why Scandinavia? So, anyways, done with my yapping session. So I guess I'll see you guys later. Bye.